What happens if you don't put your food in the fridge?
It goes all mouldy.
Yeah, exactly.
You won't even eat it because it goes all mouldy.
Because it's all a bit mucky, isn't it?
I don't need to eat it and it would just be all yucky.
And it ends up being a real waste, wouldn't it? Yeah.
It goes blue, yellow and smells.
It goes multicoloured and smells. Well, yeah, exactly. The thing is, the bacteria grows on food and it makes it rot. And if you put it in the fridge, it chills it so bacteria can't really grow. But before fridges and freezers were invented, people had to come up with different ways to preserve food. And some of these methods are still used now. And they make really fantastic stuff. I'm going to show you with the help of Kyle, Nicole and Finley. Give them a big hand! But first of all, we need to get changed. So, do we look good, guys? Yeah! You're such swimmers, we look rubbish. The reason we've changed into special protective suits is that what we're about to handle is a toxic hazard that could give you a nasty tummy ache. In fact, some of the stuff on these foods I'm about to show you can actually kill you. Now, in each of these containers is a food that was fresh 2 weeks ago, but it's been left out of the fridge for nature to take its course. Okay, Finley, lift up that tin. Oh! What do you reckon we've got there?
Apples and onions.
It's not surprising you say that, because it doesn't look very much like what it should be, but these are all onions.
The onions really, really bad. It's too gross to explain.
She just got that in my throat, that's horrible. Nicole, can you smell that from here?
It just smells like onion, but really strong.
I smell it. Just smells like raw stuff.
Guys, can you smell something weird going on here? Yeah. What? It stinks! It absolutely stinks. This is a sign that there's bacteria on it, and it's breaking down the food. If you ate this, it would make you really, really sick. Now, one great way of preserving things like onions is by pickling them. So you put them in some vinegar. There we have pickled onions. Now, the acid in the vinegar stops bacteria growing, and that keeps the food safe. Pickled food can be kept for months. Personally, I love pickled eggs. Anyone ever had a pickled egg? You've never had a pickled egg? Who hates pickled food? Put your hands up if you hate pickled food. Oh, quite a few. Put your hands up if you love pickled food. I think the haters win that one. Okay, but it's still a very, very good way of preserving food. Now, Nicole, let's see what's lurking under your strange little lid there. Oh, smell that from here. Oh, what do you think that used to be?
Fish or something.
Oh, God, it's had a big hiss in it. It's fish, you're absolutely right. What kind of fish?
It's horrible.
It's exactly, it's salmon.
Really bad.
It's like something...
and vomit.
There's vomit and death all rolled up in one piece of fish. Now, the thing is, if you don't keep this cold, the natural chemicals in the fish and the bacteria multiply because they love the warmth. And if you eat this, you could get horrible hives, violent vomiting, and a nasty dose of the runs. Or you could just simply die. Nicole, you don't want to die, do you? No, we want to have you for the rest of the show. So, any ideas? How would you preserve salmon?
Could maybe put it in a barbecue.
Do what? Just cook it and eat it?
Put salt over it.
Salt, man! You put salt over it. Well, before fridges were around, people invented a brilliant way of preserving fish using smoke. Oh, God, keep going. You terrible whiffs of it. First of all, they salted it, exactly as you say, to stop the bacteria growing. And then they hung it over a fire so that smoke coats all of the outside of it and stops the bacteria from breeding. Now, once the salmon has been smoked like that, it looks a bit like what's under the yellow container. Now, that is smoked salmon. Does that look like a little bit more appealing?
Yeah.
So you can see this sort of brown covering, and that's the smoke. When it's been smoked in something, it gets a little layer of the smoke all over it. So we're ready for the final one. Lift the lid on your toxic box. It looks like sort of alien eyeballs, doesn't it? Oh, stinks! Any idea what that was when it was alive?
Sausages.
Not quite sausages. Anything else?
Potatoes.
Not quite potatoes. Finley?
Carrots.
Look, Finley's retreated into himself here. Carrots, I want to know! Carrots? No, they're not carrots. Believe it or not, these were strawberries. And the thing about strawberries is that they have loads of water in them, and bacteria love water. So what does it smell like?
It smells like rotten, like you would have a bag of rubbish and would you like throw it. It smells like that.
It is. It's like a rubbish heap, isn't it?
It's so bad I'd rather smell a pig's bum.
What a pig's bum. Can you believe it just takes 2 weeks for this to happen, for it to go from being beautiful, edible food into something this toxic? This stuff all honks. And being able to smell the bad smell of rotting food is our body's way of warning us that it's poisonous. And if you ate too much of it, you'd end up with a really nasty stomachache. But fear not! We have a way of preserving things like strawberries. Kyle, lift that big red lid. What do you reckon that is, Kyle?
Strawberries on toast.
It's strawberry jam. Now, to make jam, you boil fruit with masses of sugar and you reduce the amount of water in it, and this kills all the bacteria. So guys, what's your favourite jam? Oh, I think it was split between raspberry and strawberries there. Pretty good. Well, our ancestors found brilliant ways to stop bacteria growing on their food and preserving it without using a fridge. But if you think that's incredible, check this out.